Two teams that met back in Super Bowl 37 in San Diego. The Bucs and Raiders are underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Buccaneers at 5-7 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Tanner Muse there defensively. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points again...
Now White lost the football, but it looks like one of the DBs has it.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
13 middle.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Throwing now is Geno. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Kings!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Evans has it left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Trey Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. That's caught by Tucker. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go play action. Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. First down, here's White. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for Vegas. 61 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Madison is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. White is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
13 next.
Now Smith on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On fourth down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. Carlson able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Mayfield now. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. Taken down at the 42.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2nd and 7. Opting to run again here with White. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now. Now Mayfield. And a dump off to White. So he stopped for no gain. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Kings, Kings, Kings. Dead. Dead.
Mayfield to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Six. What's that?
Play fake. Mayfield. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Dead.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Watch out!
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
With the score, Raiders 16, Buccaneers 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll... But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Geno. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tucker. Down the right sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They go right back to White here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. They go with White on the counter. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Done.
Here's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to get their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 93 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. Shoves him aside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And it's complete to Adams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Here's White. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
There we go.
Now it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll run. This is White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll try the right side here with White. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First down, here's White. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. White again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So that changes things, no doubt. We thought we might be on the verge of our initial score of the game, but after that interception,
the long return.
Yeah, then they had that long return, and now it's the other sideline who might be the first to put the points up. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Geno Smith, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one incomplete, but a flag down here on the play. And this might be offsides. If it is, they're going to get another shot. And now the Raiders will face an important two-point conversion attempt here. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Divine Diablo. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10.
Pistol. Done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Regular. What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Evans.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Mayfield to throw. Escapes the sack. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here comes second down at 5. Here's Baker. He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Mayfield.
This is White on the screen. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
I'm all surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part 1. Part 2, the 2-point conversion.
Throw the 2-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
One last shot from Mayfield here. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They